Well, it seems that Chancellor Jeremy Hunt has grabbed the mic and he's got a message that's about as exciting as a rollercoaster ride through taxland. I mean, picture this. Red tape and waste in the UK's public services are running amok, apparently, and Hunt is not having any of it. He's not just concerned, he's costs are going up concerned. He's apparently on a mission to free up time and resources so that the fine folks, paid by the taxpayer, can focus on what really matters, like solving problems, treating patients, teaching kids. And he's apparently crystal clear that low taxes in the long run depend on fixing up public services. But the thing is, Hunt has donned his Captain Obvious cape here, hasn't he? And declared that Britain needs a resilient economy, especially in these turbulent times of global instability. And he's not satisfied with falling inflation and outperforming forecasts. He wants more. It's like he's trying to turn the UK into the Rocky Balboa of economies, ready to take on the economic punches. I personally just hope that his sums are more better than Diane Abbott's, and that this will work. He's apparently throwing some shade too by warning about wasteful spending in public services. Imagine him in a boxing ring pointing out the unnecessary expenses and yelling, "You're out!" And his plan apparently starts with simplifying the tax system. Hunt even takes a jab at HMRC, noting that they send and receive more than 150 million letters and forms each year, many of which people don't even want. But apparently here comes the exciting part. He's eyeing up the digital revolution. The plan is to move more of HMRC's services online, and this could apparently save millions of pounds and free up thousands of hours. This is if he's telling us that the future is online, and it's not just for cat videos or online shopping. But the thing is, unfortunately in this day and age, not everyone is online, Jeremy. So hopefully you've thought of that. He also wants to remind us about the magic of new technology in healthcare. He mentions that the new tech has already halved the time it takes to treat stroke victims, apparently, tripling their chances of living independently afterwards. But hold on, because he isn't done yet. He's keen, apparently, to see these efficiency gains ripple across the public sector, and says with global instability and uncertainty, we need to make sure that Britain's economy is resilient. But in a twist of fate, Hunt also mentions that most forecasters predicted a recession this year, but it didn't happen. Britain, it turns out, had the fastest recovery from the pandemic of any major European country. So have that, Ramonas, because let's face it, it's kind of like finding out that you're the Usain Bolt of economic comebacks. He is also insisting that more be done, and apparently he's on a mission to get inflation down and growth up. Kind of like a Liz Truss sort of strategy, which, let's face it, if I remember rightly, he didn't want to do back then, did he? But basically, in a nutshell, Hunt wants to make sure that the cost of public service is justifiable and keep taxes down in the long run. Although that may not be easy, because it's kind of like saying we want our cake and we want to eat it as well. But Chief Secretary to the Treasury, John Glenn, is leading a public sector productivity review. They're hoping to save up to £1 billion by capping the civil servant headcount, which basically is like finding a hidden treasure chest at the end of a long and winding bureaucratic maze, isn't it? And personally, I think there's too many civil servants as it is, so hopefully they'll at least be able to sort that out. But anyway, the article says that HMRC apparently sent around 136 million items in the post in 2022 to 2023 and received 22 million. Mr Hunt argues that just as so many of us use online banking, the convenience of online tax services needs to catch up. And he is adamant that this is not about cutting the civil service. Public sector reform doesn't mean making cuts, he said. It means doing more with what we have and delivering a better deal for taxpayers and service users. And HMRC will aim to reduce paper-based and advisor-led phone communications by 30% over the next 2 years. And his push for reform comes as it is reported that HMRC customer service staff will work fewer hours in quieter times and more busier periods such as the tax return season.